Hello, Plantitas and Plantitas!
Kakatapos lang ng ating 10-10 sale.
Diba? So, gano'n nakatagal yun?
Ayan, I'm back.
Parang babarilin ako ng guard doon.
Hello, Plantitas and Plantitas! Welcome to our Vlog 1. Ngayong araw, pag-uusapan natin ang urban planning noong Middle Ages. Let's start with the medieval period. It started at around 5th to 15th century. After the fall of the Roman Empire, wars among the rival feudal lords were frequent. New towns have emerged as a byproduct of the feudal system. Settlements were dependent upon the will of the kings, queens, or feudal lords. Medieval towns are founded near a source of water such as river. These rivers are frequently used for trading since most roads have deteriorated due to lack of resources and maintenance. A typical medieval town have walls, towers, and moats for protection against invaders. These also set the boundaries or limit of the town. The largest and biggest building found inside the town is the castle. This is the place where the monarchs lived. Meanwhile, cathedrals and churches were also big since people in the medieval are religious. Houses were made of woods and bricks. There are limited spaces, therefore these houses ended up in clusters. The streets were narrow, unpaved, and muddy, and these streets lead to the market square. The street pattern in medieval period is irregular. Some examples of medieval towns are Carcassonne in France and Nordlingen in Germany. Next is the Renaissance period. Renaissance is a French word which means rebirth. It started at around 14th century and ended at the 17th century. This era promoted the rediscovery of classical philosophy, literature, and art. Renaissance urban planning was the geometrization of lived spaces. It has emphasis on symmetry, geometry, and axis. Many ideal towns have emerged in this period. A new type of fortification was developed, which is more complex, promoting large distances between the cities and enemy lines. The outer wall is connected at the central square through radial streets. These streets are symmetric to the other side and are wider since traffic space is considered in the process. At the prima street, perspective effects were emphasized by the location of terminal features such as statues, fountains, and obelisks. Houses form squares or grids around the center. The main civic buildings such as church and plaza are grouped around the center. Some examples of Renaissance cities are Palma Nova in Italy and Neufbürzach in Germany. Last is the Baroque town planning. Baroque is a French word which means irregularly shaped. It also means extravagant style of art characterized by curvy lines, gilt, and gold. Baroque has started at around 1600s and ended at around 1750. The typical Baroque architecture were in the form of ellipse or the oval, or far more complex schemes derived from complicated geometric figures. The cities are arranged according to the predetermined schemes and creation of great parks and gardens. It has given great importance of green spaces. Take for example the Versailles. Louis XIV ordered the removal of his palace from the congested city of Paris to the open grounds of Versailles. Now, it has three distinguished parts: the palace, the gardens, and the town. And that's it for today. Thank you for watching.
Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe
In our channel to
Get updated with our latest videos. Thank you! Hello, Plantitos and Plantitas! So, welcome to our vlog. So, nandito pa ako sa office today and kakatapos lang ng aming orientation workshop. It's really exhausting. So, makikita nyo naman sa aking face, no, na medyo nahagard talaga tayo, sis. But today, we are going to do a makeup vlog. So, don't expect too much because I'm really not into putting makeup on my face, but I would like to try the Renaissance makeup because that will be our topic today as well. So, habang naglalagay tayo ng makeup sa face, I will be sharing few things about the medieval ages. So, that covers the medieval period, the Renaissance period, and the Baroque era.
Hello, Plantitos and Plantitas!
Kakatapos lang ng ating 10-10 sale.
Diba? So, gano'n nakatagal yun?
And I'm back.
Parang babarilin ako ng guard doon.
So, okay. So, before we start, kailangan muna natin burahin ang makeup sa aking face using wipes. Ayan. Okay. So, alam niyo ba na during the medieval period, no? The medieval period actually lasted from 500 to 1400 to 1500. And the Romans set the standard for well-planned urban environments. Diba? So, gano'n nakatagal yun? By the way, yung kilay ko hindi na yan mabubura because that's microblading. So, nagpa-microblading tayo mga sis, mga plantitas and plantitas. Ayan. So, ayan guys. Nabura na natin yung makeup sa aking face. Now, I will be using this Eyes Profusion Palette. So, tignan natin yung inside niya. There. So nice. I got this from my friend. So actually, sa Renaissance period, gusto lang naman nila sa face nila is maputi because it means na kapag white yung face mo, you're from the upper class. And kapag medyo black skin ka, ay doon ka sa mga commoner or mga slaves, no? So yun yung i-achieve natin. And then they just like rosy cheeks and rosy lips. I will also try their eyeshadow. That's why we have this palette right now. So ayan. So gagamit muna tayo syempre ng primer. So this is what I'm using. During the medieval age, they are already concerned with planning. Like water infrastructure already started, the ordered logic of the space is there, you know, things like that. And by the way, you know what? Just like what we are experiencing right now, itong pandemic, there had been what they call the Black Death during the medieval period. So the Black Death was the largest demographic shock in European history. It actually killed approximately 40% of the region's population. So that's between 1347 to 1352. Ayan, mga information that I want to share with you. So, ayan guys. Nakapaglagay na tayo ng primer sa face. So, di ba nabanggit ko na they like white face. So, that means you belong to the upper class. So, kunwari, belong tayo sa upper class. So, maglalagay tayo ng foundation. Let's make my face really, really white. So, ayun nga, sinishare ko kanila yung nangyaring Black Death. So, alam niyo ba na after the Black Death, the foundation of new towns and creation of new suburbs characterized the period 1350 to 1530. So, doon na nag-start yung redevelopment of existing urban landscapes through civic improvements and public works. So, yun yung mga nag-exist noong medieval ages. That was after the Black Death. Okay. So, ayan. White na ba siya? I think white na siya. Alright. So, sabi doon, sa Renaissance makeup, they like small lips. So, hindi ko sure kung paano ko siya i-achieve. Pero I'll be using this Maybelline Sensational Matte Liquid. So, and then, siguro pwede kong takpan na lang ng concealer yung side ng aking lips. So, white face and small lips. Ayan. So, medyo minove ko lang closer para makita na natin ang eye makeup. Makita tayo ng clip. So, yan. So, ang sabi kasi sa Renaissance, they like parang smoky eyes. So I'm gonna try first yung medyo lighter color. I think I'm gonna use this one first. So, nakwento ko na sa inyo yung medieval era, no? Dito naman, sa Renaissance period, that started from 14th century to the 17th century, many urban centers were booming in the international trade and banking. So, dito din nag-start yung political turmoil between the church and the state. And in the historic time period, sa Renaissance, so dyan na rin nag-start ang culture, politics, yung individuality, and man being portrayed as having equality to God. So it played a key role in town planning and the way in which buildings were designed. So I'm done with the base, no, yung light. Now, I'll use the darker brown, this one. So dapat medyo may emphasis dito. There we go. Tapos, pipili tayo ng darker color dito para sa dulo. So, nakita niyo ba this one? Kailangan natin lang lagyan dito lang sa dulo ng side. Actually, itong ginagawa ko is halo na siya ng Renaissance and ng modern Renaissance makeup. So, punta tayo dito sa dark para i-blend natin siya dito sa dulong side. Para magdagdag ng beauty, lagay tayo dito sa ilalim. Okay, so we'll put an eyeliner para mas magandang effect. So let me show you how to put this. So sa Baroque era naman, it started from 1600 and ended around 1750. So they become architectural or at best concerned with incidental urban designs. So yung urban population during this time, yung pangangailangan nila or yung needs nila is no longer of importance in the design process. The project itself only is important, so everything else was irrelevant. So, masasense natin na they're just after the design and not with the need of its people. Diba? Medyo okay lang, pero carry yan. Now, for our final rosy chicks, I will put, eto, hindi pa to uso nun. I don't know kung ano ginagamit nila, maybe sa petal ng rose. I don't know. So, ayan. I think we've made our Renaissance look. Diba? I'm also wearing a dress. Ang ating Renaissance makeup. Thank you guys for watching my video. I hope you learned something. Kung hindi man sa makeup, sana may napulot kayo about urban planning during the medieval ages.
Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe
In our channel to
Get updated with our latest videos. Thank you!